Hi everybody, I'm the Reluctant Reviewer.
And I'm Kewpie83.
And this segment is called Long Leg Dolls.
Ooh.
It was Mother's Day the other day, and I happened to get a gift. I got this girl right here. So that prompts that we're doing long-legged dolls. These dolls are the Lollipop girls. You've probably seen, Kewpie's probably done something on them.
I don't know if I ever did anything super specific about them, to be honest. I think I looked it up in order to do something, but I don't know if I ended up doing it.
Well, they're created by Jan McLean, who has done dolls before, and she's done porcelain dolls. So a few of these faces are from the, well, a few of the types are from the 26-inch porcelain collection she has, and then they made them into smaller dolls.
Yeah, she's from New Zealand, so she's a very popular New Zealand doll designer, and I think now she's actually retired out of it. But for a while there, she had her own like studio and everything, and she was making, like my mom said, the taller 26 inches porcelain Lollipop girls, and some other dolls that kind of had the same sort of aesthetic with like the big detailed eyes and the fun fashions and things like that.
Real cute. I wish I had gotten one from my doll shop a long time ago before it went away. But they came out around 2002 and 2003. We have a couple from the first series and then one from the second series.
Yeah, this is like the mini Lollipop girls, and you're like, they're not very small. Why are they called mini? But compared to like the 26-inch porcelain ones, they would be the miniature versions.
Right.
And these are made of vinyl, so they are not miniature porcelain recreations, but this was like a play line that came out.
And they're 12-inch tall. And they've got legs that are long legs. This is, I don't remember the first edition having this kind of stand.
I don't think I have one in a box, so I don't remember.
She was in a box. She was minty fresh. So from the first original line, it's these two and this doll. So you have Brigitte. And
which is the blonde, right?
From
Brigitte.
Berlin. And you have Sissy from Sydney.
Pink-haired girl right here.
And I have Bibi, which is from Barbados, which is really cute. This was the first line. You want to look at anything different on the line? Do they bend? I think they do a one foot.
So they do have some articulation in like their elbow area and their shoulders. And you know, their knees do click.
Do they click? Because I'm afraid to move hers.
This one is.
Oh, I don't think Gigi's doing it that much.
Yeah, she's doing it.
They all come with a lollipop, a little plastic lollipop. There's a little hole in their fist there that you put the lollipop in.
And they're known for like their exaggerated limbs. I think that was one of like the aesthetics that she was going for, that Jan was going for, was that they had the long legs and the long arms, and their faces are just super detailed, which is what I like about them.
Twist, turn, waist.
Yeah, so there's the waist.
Their elbow joint is really good.
Yeah, they don't have a wrist joint, but that's totally fine. And they're not exactly dolls you play with anyways a ton. Like, I feel like you pose them in a couple pictures and stuff, but you wouldn't be like, I don't know. Maybe you would actively play with them. But I like their faces. I think the faces.
They are cute. The first series was a line of 6 dolls. So you had Brigitte, Sissy, Pippi from Paris, Lulu from London, Cassie from California, and then Bibi. So that would be the first line. I saw something interesting on mine that I never noticed because I never take her outfit off. Now, the one thing that kind of irks me a bit is half of them are done with the Velcro and then half of the outfit is done with snaps. So this girl happened to have all Velcro on a brocade dress, which is a no-no.
Yeah.
But what I did notice on her, because I can take this off her because she's only wearing a dress, she's autographed on the back.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So she has Jan McLean's signature on there. And this is what her body type
That's
looks
pretty cool.
like.
I bet they all have that.
Apparently the very first ones did. I read a little story on it, and it comes with underwear. Isn't that nice?
And they did sell outfits for these guys, so there was a chance that you might, be able to change your outfit. Yeah, this one is signed too.
She is signed?
Yeah. So like the first wave was signed.
First wave. I guess she used to have well, it was before Facebook probably. She used to have a group of people that signed on, and they used to do contests and stuff, and they used to be able to win dolls.
That's cool.
I wish I had known that. I don't think we had a computer at that time.
No, that's pretty neat though.
But I like her green hair. I think it's adorable. So the second edition is Millie from Milan. Now the big difference between the first edition and the second edition is she has applied eyelashes, which I'm not so much a fan of on her, only because her little bridge of her nose is really tiny, and it looks like she has a unibrow right there.
Yeah, I could see that her lashes are really long.
Really long. But as I was saying before, this has snaps on the coat, and it has Velcro on the pants. So decide one way or the other, but she's really pretty. The other ones are Susie K, Seattle, Nina, New York, Kimmy, Wales, Nicole, Norway, and Alani, Auckland. And they do come with this nice little booklet, especially the second edition one, that shows you pictures of all 12 of them. And it shows you the fashions. And I did find one on eBay that I'm getting, which is this fur fashion.
Oh, that's fun. That's
so
fancy.
It should be fun. We were a little worried that this might have been faux,
like fake leather,
yeah,
like leather.
But actually, it's more of like a raincoat kind of cloth. So it's not it's not going to shed like the other one, which is good.
This one, if you do have one of these, this is material that seems to be like coming off.
Is it shedding?
Sort of, kind of. Like, do you see the little black bits in it?
Oh, yeah, because you can feel it's a little sticky.
Yeah, and even on her back, like right around here, there's like a little black, like patchy looking thing. That's actually like the deterioration of the outfit, I think. So there's that. But then you have this outfit, which is, you would think, it would be fake
I would
leather.
think that one
and
would.
This isn't sticky at all. So it's like this weirder
leather
material. I don't know what exactly the difference is, but this is fine, that's fine. It's this one that is having some issues with the outfits.
Wow, but there are some really fun outfits, and we didn't get to see them really locally that much.
No.
I never saw the outfits.
It only went for two lines, and then
2002 and
dropped.
2003, and then there was supposed to be a third line that was told of what it was going to be, but it never came out.
No.
Now we think it was because there was a factory fire for it, but we're not quite sure because we can't find any information on it
at
anymore.
one point there was some website that said there was a fire in the factory and all the molds were lost. But then again, these would have been made in China, you would think, because
well, who are they?
They would have been manufactured like she has her studio for her own stuff in New Zealand, but these would have probably been manufactured in China.
And this is Unimax on here, it says.
I would think, I'm assuming. But yeah, apparently, like, there was an article that said something about a fire, and she did have a fire in her studio at one point. I just don't know if it corresponds with this, but all the molds in this one article that I can't find anymore. So it could totally be hearsay, but all the molds were apparently lost.
Yeah, but there would have been a third line, and then it would have been 18 dolls, which would have been really kind of cool.
It would have been neat.
Okay, so now we're going to look for some other long-legged dolls. And I think it's going to be High Glam. Woohoo! Which I don't think we're going to be able to hold up. I only have 3 of the High Glam series. And let's see. I took lots of notes.
She did. She's been researching all day.
High Glams came out in 2007 through MGA Entertainment. Originally, it was launched by a Giochi Preziosi, who launched it, and the person who did all the conceptual art for the dolls and the rooms, which is really some cool stuff, is Paola Ravioli. Concept art. So if you want to look her up, Paola Ravioli. There's some really pretty cool pictures of these long-legged dolls, all going out and having fun. They're 12.5 inches tall. U.S. only got one series. That's basically, this is Nicole, this is Kit, this is Julia. We didn't get, Alex and Pam were also out, but I didn't get those. So this is the signature collection that came out for the U.S., and that was it. In Europe, they got 5 waves and 5 fashion packs. We got 2 fashion packs, which I don't think I ever saw the fashion packs.
We like barely saw them in the stores.
Right, and the fashion packs are kind of cool because they give you a lot of the long nylons because where are you going to find something for these dolls'
Right,
length?
you can't really.
I mean, they're different. They bend? They have a click bend. No twist waist. When you put one up against that girl, you can see.
So aesthetically, they have similar aesthetics in terms of the length of their legs and their arms.
Can they share clothes? Probably not.
Nah, I think these guys are thinner.
But plus they have these guys have all the joints,
Yeah.
which they need to keep them thick. So the European version got 5 waves. Different outfits, some really cute outfits. They got the signature wave, they got springtime, fitness, boutique, and go on holiday, which they got a piece of luggage to take with them on a plane. And there was also a magazine with puzzles and comics in there that made its way somewhere around, which
nice.
we might have gotten that one. I mean, I could see that going out as a 1.
Maybe.
As a 1 thing. So if you're looking for these guys, you want to look in the European market because there's a lot more flooded there than here. I know when I search for it, I don't find a lot. I find a few that are out of box, but I think you can have a better luck when you're looking for the European area.
And honestly, I think even if people do have them, it might be hard to know if they don't remember what they're called. Like, High Glam doesn't really...
I always forget what it is.
Yeah, it's not exactly a name that you would think, oh, it definitely belongs to this line. So it might be the case that if you just look up long-legged dolls.
Or if you look up my next one, they come up. So if you look up Leggy, which is her name is Leggy, she's back in the day. She's mine from back in the day. She came out in 72 and 73. She was done through Polistil Toys, which was the name before was Politoys, and it's from Milan, Italy. So they were sold in Europe, and then Tonka bought the company over into the 80s. So we were getting nice European dolls at that time. I remember getting her from Kresge's, which was a 5 and dime. My mom bought her. I'm like, please. This I need to clean a little.
Height difference, just so you know. It's a
Height
little bit of height difference.
Yes, but look at those legs.
But
those
aesthetically,
legs.
it's the same concept.
She's 10 inches. There was Jill, Nan, Sue, and Kate. I only have Kate. Kate's never had her hair washed. She's never had her curls combed. You can tell she's got a
in good
little
shape,
little dust on her. And of course the elastic is going out. And she has a little tiny body, and she doesn't have a twist turn waist, and she doesn't have joints, and she's all hard plastic. But she's fun if you're looking for dolls with legs. You might as well look for one there. She also had a clothing line too, which when I was little, I don't remember seeing her clothing in the store either. But I want to look now. So
yeah, one little Mother's Day gift
One
can
little-
spawn an entire,
an entire video.
new-
All right, so another long-legged doll series. Ta-da!
We have the Winx girls.
Who are 11.5 inches tall.
These are all definitely in played with condition.
Definitely. They were ones that I bought my nieces for birthdays and stuff, and then of course they ended up in the yard sale that happened to be at my house, and I took them all and I bought them back. So they live in the dollhouse in the back room. Okay, so Winx has a long history, which I couldn't even tell you who is who. What did we say? We know it's a video.
Yeah, it started out as a cartoon on, it was like an Italian cartoon, and then...
2004, that's
yeah, that was in 2004. So it was an Italian cartoon starting in 2004, and then it's actually been around on and off since then. I think, like just as recently as 2009, maybe.
2009.
There was another series of it, so it keeps coming back. Like, Winx is a property that won't die.
2009, Nickelodeon got involved. Then we got seasons 5, 6, and 7. and then there was a 4-year hiatus, and they realized that actors and actresses, they really cost a lot of money for voice acting, so they redid things, and then we got an 8th season in 2019, and then they took it away again to retool it for preschool kids.
Which is kind of weird, because if you think about it, it was about a bunch of teenagers who were going to, like, school to become, like, fairies or to learn their elemental power or whatever.
See, she knows more about it. So what does that mean? So did they turn them into grammar school kids who want to be into fairies?
Yeah, I have no idea. But I do know that the Winx Club had a huge following. I never got into it because I just didn't like the American voice actors. They grated on me.
See,
so I just couldn't get into the voice
money.
actors. But the doll lines, there's been a lot of dolls put out on the market because, as we said, it wasn't just an American property. It was originally started in Italy, and I feel like things like Sailor Moon and Winx, they have really solid sales and stuff in Italy and the European markets.
They are all looking for Winx, so there is a great majority of them there if you're looking for it. If you put in Winx video, there's a person who has 15 years of their Winx collection. And I thought, wow, 15 years. And they've got some really nice ones on there. So I don't see any waists that move. Arms don't. Knees,
No.
you can.
Well, their knees have joints.
The knees do. But they have big faces, big eyes, pretty lipstick.
Yeah. And their fashions aren't that bad. They are kind of cute. And they did have some boys in the line, too, I think. I know there were 2 guys in the series.
I think I saw them in the girls' video that there was a couple of guys, and I thought, well, where did they come from? Of course, none of these have their wings on them. But obviously the girls had lost the wings. So.
But that's Winx.
That's Winx. And then in looking at Winx, I got these guys confused because I thought they were a part of it when I was just grabbing them, but they're not. This is the Fairytale
High.
Fairytale High.
And then, so this is Alice in Wonderland, and this is Tinkerbell.
See why I got confused?
This was a short-lived doll series from 2013, which I actually did a review on my channel back in 2013. Because when they sent these for review, I don't think they made much of a splash, but you can understand why they might be confused with Winx.
Yeah, their body type looks the same, except we get jointed arms.
Well, their legs are basically the same, knee joints, that sort of thing. So, yeah, besides the jointed arms, they're very similar to Winx.
I like their lipstick, though. That was my favorite part of them. And then in the last thing we're going to show you are what I consider the original long-legged ones besides leggies, flatsies. These are fashion flatsies. They're 8.5 inches tall. Yes, you would say they're very short, but if you look at their legs are really long. And they were made by Ideal.
And they're very flat.
So the whole object of a flatsie is they're flat. So there's no tush there, it's all flat, and you just see the little dots from the joints, like these little 2 dots here, so that you can bend them and move them. Fashion flatsies were done in 2 ways. I never realized it. This one, her clothes can come off, and they do have snaps. This one is sewn, her clothes on.
Oh, yeah.
So if I wanted to buy a fashion accessory for it, which they did have, but I never saw, I would probably have to unstitch it just to put it on her. She also has high heel feet. So they would give you like these big chunky loafers, and that's why her feet are that way. They're done like it's got a heel already.
Like her bare foot has a heel.
Yeah. And there was Allie, Corey, this is Dale, and that's Gwen. And these are my childhood dolls. And then they got accessories, like they'd have a flat dog. So you had a plastic dog that was just putting it on your machine downstairs. Plastic, flat dog, and they'd give it a leash, and that was her dog.
Oh, cute.
So if you know about flatsies, or if you don't know about flatsies, they came in different sizes. She's 8.5 inches, then you had a 5-inch size, and you had the 2.5-inch flatsie. And they came out from 69 to 73, and then they came out like a couple years ago with a revitalization of, let's bring flatsies out. I didn't like those as much, though. I like the original ones. So these are our long-legged girls. Maybe you have some in your collection. Maybe you don't, and maybe you want to buy some. don't bid against me. So find me and don't bid.
Just before you bid, just say, would Barbie093
Be looking for that.
at this? Okay.
So I know it's been a long time since I've done a little video, so I figured it was about time we did something. So
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, so let us know, you know, what you think of some of these doll lines, if you have some long-legged dolls in your collection. And yeah, we will talk to you soon.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.